Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is another day in the gaming industry, and it's more rounds of layoffs that we unfortunately have to announce. We have 38 developers being let go from Piranha Games, and not only that, Toadman Interactive has shut down completely. Now, I want you guys to understand a couple of things. What I'm about to talk about has to do with the developer who essentially made Mechwarrior 5. Now, Mechwarrior 5 had a lot of controversy, okay? Or Mechwarrior in general, I should say, had a lot of controversy, and I think that is tied to this particular video game and the unfortunate reality that it just didn't reach audiences that it expected to reach, right? This particular developer made this game, and I don't know if the game itself was woke because, again, I didn't play this game. I want to be very transparent, but the drama that surrounded Mechwarrior was so bad that it might have affected the sales of this game in general. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, we have a headline here that says Toadman Interactive shuts down, lays off at Piranha Games. 38 employees are let go from Piranha. 69 workers affected by Toadman's closure. If you guys are wondering what am I talking about regarding Mechwarrior, well, I went back all the way to April 18th of 2024. This happened last year when there was this picture here of Battletech Pride Anthology of 2023, Queer Tales from the Inner Sphere. This was drama that was happening around Mechwarrior, where Grums over here said yesterday, Battletech publisher Catalyst Game Lab community managers freak out and mass block many Battletech fans, including Drive-Thru RPG creator and the Otter Pops in blind rage. This is another example of community managers ruining the overall sentiment of a certain IP that they're supposed to be in charge of and that they're supposed to be fostering a community in. So let's get into this video, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So again, we have this post here from all the way back in April of 2024 from Grums, and it says, this is a sad tale of Battletech's descent into madness. They were firing conservative authors, defending violent woke contributors, defending doxing contractors, hostile takeover of the Battletech subreddit, takeover of the demo team Discord, woke community manager running amok, thanks to Mage Leader and Razor Fist for their insights and permission to post screen caps in their videos as we dive into this dumpster fire in the Battletech community. Now, I want to be very clear. If you look at this, okay, this is not the same companies. I want to be very clear. Piranha Games and Toadman Interactive are not the same as Catalyst Game Lab, okay? This was two totally different situations. However, what it is that Toadman Interactive, I feel like, and Piranha Games in general, I feel like have been affected by the drama that was affecting Battletech from this particular debacle. I really do, because as you're going to read here in this article, it says last week, Swedish games firm Inad Global 7 initiated the wind down of Toadman Interactive. Sorry, I got to move this over. Toadman Interactive, and laid off 38 employees from Piranha Games. EG7 said that the decision to shut down Toadman Interactive was due to continued industry challenges and the studio's inability to secure new work-for-hire contracts at a necessary pace. Current work-for-hire contracts on current projects, including Daybreak and Cold Iron, will be protected during the process set to occur in the second half of 2025. 69 employees and subcontractors will be affected by the wind down, with 42 staying on to fulfill contracts of protected projects. Last September, Toadman closed its offices in Stockholm, Visby, and Oslo, in addition to redundancies at its Berlin studio. As for Piranha Games, 38 employees will be let go as part of a business optimization plan following the release of Mechwarrior 5 Clans. Now, what do they say is the reason why? Well, if you look, it says that the team, and this is what I don't like, okay? And I get it. It's PR speak. They have to talk positively. I understand. But I don't like this failing upwards notion in the gaming industry and entertainment as a whole. I don't like it because it's contradictory, right? If you say that the team is fantastic, if you say that the product was amazing, if you say that the product was perfect and it was the best that they could, whatever the case may be, right? That's clearly not true if it didn't resonate with the majority of players, not just new players, but fans of the original IP. It's very clear that it wasn't amazing. It's very clear that it wasn't good, and we need to be honest with ourselves, right? But nobody wants to be honest. They just want to pretend to be positive all the way up until they lose their jobs. That's what happens here in the gaming industry, and it's stupid. It really is, because if they just take in feedback, and they listen and they understand what's happening, maybe they can quell the fire before it becomes too much. But anyway, he says that the team at Piranha truly delivered a high-quality game that exceeded both internal as well as external expectations in terms of quality, story, and gameplay, said EG7 CEO G Ham. Despite the phenomenal work by the team at Piranha, the game failed to reach new audience and expand its core audience as expected, and therefore has not met the necessary sales targets, which has forced us to undertake necessary actions. Now, I don't know about this game. I don't know if it's woke. I have no idea. I'm not going to make that claim because I don't want to be wrong about that. But what I will say is that there seems to be a connection between what happened here and the game in general. Maybe the drama over here had caused people to pull out of BattleTech, right? Maybe they pulled out of Mechwarrior little by little because of the drama that happened with Catalyst Game Labs. Obviously, I'm trying to make a connection here because I don't understand how these people could have made this game and completely missed the mark with their own audiences. I feel like there should have been enough of an audience to support Mechwarrior while Mechwarrior 5 tried to find new audiences. But maybe the new audiences they were going for are not people who buy games, right? And again, I don't know, but you guys can let me know in the comments down below. So again, we also have this other post here. We have an article from That Park Place from way back talking about this. And I remember making a video about this. It says Mechwarrior goes woke. Classic World of Warcraft team lead Mark Hearn calls out BattleTech behavior. The video games in the 90s is under significant scrutiny for an allegedly toxic effort to stray from its source material. A push into modern issues has resulted in a community of fans who are not keen on the way the franchise is being led. So it seemed like the franchise overall, unfortunately, Mechwarrior was going down the rabbit hole of DEI. I don't know how deep it went, but apparently it went deep enough where people were getting called out for it, right? And I remember Razorfist was big into this as well. I believe he gets mentioned here. Razorfist was big into this community as well. He seems to be a big Mechwarrior fan. So I would love to know his input on this particular situation and why he feels like maybe why this game, died or failed or whatever the case may be. But ultimately, all I wanted to drive home with this video is we are in a sad state in the gaming industry where it is just continuing to get worse and worse and worse. And these developers are in such a state of toxic positivity that they absolutely refuse to listen to anybody until eventually the hammer comes down for their job. And then when the hammer comes down for their job, they're going to go on LinkedIn and they're going to pretend like, oh, hashtag ready to work, whatever. They're going to pretend like everything's fine and they're going to be ready to do it all again when they get hired for their brand new studio. It is quite unfortunate that this continues to be a thing. And yet here we are in the mainstream gaming industry still experiencing it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.